Welcome back, everybody, and Happy New Year to everyone. And I hope you had a good Christmas. Chris and I are back after a long time. Do you want to watch it, mate? Watch it. I'll do the
No, I
intro.
can't.
Just watch it. I'll do the intro. Right, there we go. So
Somebody's this,
back on me. I'll do the intro. Chris has got an accumulator running at the moment, and he's got something running at 7 o'clock. So we're just going to let him do that. I'll do the intro. Although you should do it one of these days. You know that one of these.
Should
one
do,
of these
yeah.
times.
Do you know what? I can't get the video up, so forget it. I'll have a look after.
Okay.
Hello.
Right. Hello.
Welcome.
Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back to another episode. We can't do much of the niceties because we've got so much to talk about. Yeah, the facts are we haven't been in here for bloody ages.
Have you said Happy New Year to everyone?
Yeah, said Happy New Year.
Oh, right, I missed that bit,
Today
didn't
is we should start doing a timestamp on these as well, so that people know
Yeah.
when it, what time it is and stuff. And it's currently Wednesday, the 8th of January. So that's where we are right now. So I don't know how long you do the Happy New Year for, but it's got to end soon, isn't it?
Got to stop. Yeah, pretty much so now, isn't
I'd
it?
say so. Stay in those camera angles as well.
Oh yes.
Sometimes we fall out the boxes,
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got so much to talk about, mate. Loads of action. Last time we were in here was over a month ago.
Yeah, probably like 6 weeks
Yeah,
ago, wasn't it?
6 weeks ago. We've been doing a few bits on the channel, but we've got to dive straight in and talk about what's happened lately, latest results. There's been so much big racing. I hope you've all loved it. Are you checking that again?
No, I'm checking my
Yeah.
list.
Question is, mate, where do you want to start?
Well, this was just looking at. So I've got a.
We'll talk about the big results.
Do
Like
you want to
this
go
episode.
in date order,
Huh?
or do you not care?
We can do date order. Yeah. What do you have?
Well, the first one was the novice hurdle won by Potter's Charm.
Yeah.
You can skip that one if you want.
Well, hang on. Let's go to something bigger than that.
Right.
Let's go something bigger than that. I think we all were very impressed with Potter's Charm.
Boxing Day.
Boxing Day.
You've
Right,
got
guys.
you got the three in a row, haven't you? You've got the Corto Star, Christmas Hurdle, and the King George. There you go.
The Corto Star winner.
Jukebox man.
So let's start with that. Let's start by talking about that. The Jukebox Man. Second time chasing.
Redknapp was happy.
Yeah, Redknapp was really happy.
Old
yeah.
Harry.
He was great when Harry Redknapp. Yeah, he's good. He's just a geezer, isn't he? He's a geezer.
All right, geezer, wheeler, this, a dull boy of football, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, double
Get his window down on transfer day. Who you
Yeah.
signing, Harry? Yeah.
I think I felt for the Jukebox Man. Obviously, what happened at Cheltenham last season. Was it last season or season before? No, last season when he was pipped on the line.
Yeah.
Pipped on the line.
Yeah.
But looks a complete natural over fences.
Yeah, he's been brilliant. Yeah, two from two, isn't he?
Yeah. Remember texting you just before the race, and I said, and I'm sure we agreed, this thing don't get beat.
No, we said the main threat was probably Highland, the Anderson horse.
Yeah.
Because he had some good form behind him, and he
was on the back of a free timer or something.
Yeah. He gave him a race, but he didn't get near him at the end. And you got, like you just said, he's improved massively.
Jukebox Man, beautiful jumper, mate. Took those fences.
Jumps so well.
He
mate.
jumps really well. Like you can see, he gets up. If you're watching a horse jump, and you in particular you're watching its front two legs and how quick it's managed to pull those legs under the front two legs under its body and get over that fence and get down and make a good shape.
Yeah.
Just every single fence was so spot on.
He's a fantastic jumper.
Gave Ben Jones his first Grade 1 winner as well, I think.
Yeah.
So and you can see he crossed the line.
Yeah, he was happy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would be those. 'Cause he probably
he
picked
would.
up about 24 grand or something as well.
Interesting enough. Oh, yeah,
Merry
that's right.
Christmas.
Yeah. He was being interviewed after the race because I'm watching it live and I'm talking to myself saying, oh, he hasn't got the front because Nico pinched the front. I think it was Nico that pinched the front.
I can't.
Well, he didn't start. He didn't start in front anyway. Put it that way. And then he started to really warm up, and I thought, this isn't going to matter. This ain't going to matter.
No, he never looked in doubt, never looked in trouble. Jumped like a stag, and yeah, he's a good horse. Probably go Cheltenham next now, won't he?
Well, that's my question. Yeah, next, like, where does he go now? Because it wasn't. Is it harsh to say it wasn't like a overly hard Group 1 or like a? That's not the most impressive Group 1.
No, I know what you're saying.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Just seeing what he's entered for now, because obviously, I mean, they won't make a decision for. Could be in the Brown advisory.
Yeah,
I would
maybe.
say.
Yeah.
Let me just have a little look.
Yeah, it could be in that.
Bear with.
Yeah.
Bear with.
Every single
Brown advisory.
Brown advisory. Yeah.
Second favourite. behind another horse we're going to talk about in a minute, Ballyburn. So he's
Interesting,
currently 5-1, second favourite.
What Jukebox Man is? Okay, yeah. I think
That's a good price as
I'd be
well.
all over that. That's still an each
because
way
you
price.
look what sort of behind it in the betting.
Well, hang on, what's Ballyburn's price then?
72.
Ooh, right, okay.
On the back of Kempton's a bit.
Not for me, mate.
We'll come on to him in a minute, but
Yeah, we will.
I've got an opinion on him and what I think of what he should do.
Let's get everyone's thoughts on that. The Jukebox Man, first horse we're talking about tonight, highly impressive. So he's entered for the Brown Advisory. What do you think of the Jukebox Man? It was really nice to see that. And mate, Ben Pauling is winning everything. He's
in good form.
He's in good form.
He is
really
in good form.
And he's not like known as a proper big Group 1 trainer, isn't he? So he's got
he's always had good horses, but suddenly that's once you start getting those proper Grade 1 horses.
But they haven't really been any better than that. Anyway.
No.
Jukebox Man, overly impressive. What was the next race on the in the
Christmas
order?
Hurdle.
Yeah, Christmas Hurdle. Let's talk about Constitution Hill and Lossiemouth. It was quite apparent straight away that Lossiemouth was just not happy.
Lossiemouth was beaten after about 200 metres.
Yeah.
Just you
the
could
right
see
was on the wall, wasn't it?
Yeah, just didn't travel a yard, mate. So I suppose in hindsight, she probably did well to get as close to Constitution at the end as she did.
What was the problem? Is it just down to quality difference?
I don't know. They're animals, aren't they? They can have an off day. Maybe it was just too quick.
Or did we think
maybe she is a more of a sort of 2.5 mile, but 2 miles like a Cheltenham, where it's a stiff finish.
Yeah, well, she finished with she got closer towards the end.
Whereas a fast, like Kempton's a fast 2 miles, and maybe she just got took off her feet early on, and didn't like it, or she could just had an off day. But I mean, she was never in the picture to win it because she was out the back, and
So on another day, what does she get closer? Like much closer?
I think if
that wasn't the real Lossiemouth.
No, if you're prime Lossiemouth at Cheltenham in the Champion Hurdle, stiff finish, and she's still swinging with Constitution Hill, coming around the top bend, she will get closer. But the only thing you have to say is with Constitution Hill, looked superb. But she didn't. We didn't get the clash we all thought, did we? We did the live before Christmas.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
and we both said Lossiemouth.
Yeah, we did.
We'll probably win it.
You're damn right, we did. The owner of Constitution Hill, and Nicky Henderson, they were both saying, look, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is all about. Like, he's in great form, because Constitution Hill was being judged on his gallops exercise next to Sir Gino.
Fucking how good does Sir Gino suddenly look on the back of everything?
We're going to come on to it, mate. Please.
All right, mate. All right.
Does so, doesn't he?
It's like I'm getting excited like you do about the Skeltons.
Yeah, I know. So your love for this horse is embarrassing, but we're going to come to it. So he was being judged on the back of that, but Nico de Boinville said, he said, don't judge him on that, because he was getting roused along, and Sir Gino was cantering next to him when they were doing the gallops. But, when they were doing a piece of work. But, my God, Constitution Hill is back.
Yeah.
Back.
As much as you can say Lossiemouth might not have turned up and run a race, he did. And you're right, the owners did say, there's Buckley in it, the owner, said he was never injured, so I don't know why you're all crying about it. He just missed a couple of races through the odd bit of illness and stuff. He was never seriously injured, so the horse never went away.
Well, the horse has come back from.
But he did have a year. He missed his season, didn't he? Effectively, so.
Is he the best we've ever seen?
What over hurdles? Come on, mate, that's a bold statement considering some of the horses over the years. It's you would certainly say of this generation of the last sort of 10 years or so.
He's 7 now, Constitution Hill. How long do these horses normally go on for? Like how much more will we see of Constitution Hill?
It's difficult to say because he's not had a lot of racing, has he? Really,
I wouldn't say so. No.
And he is so quick, and he's so quick over his hurdles. And we saw in the previous like Champion Hurdles, Christmas Hurdles, when he's on his A game, you don't get near him.
No, you don't. No.
And if he improves again from that to Cheltenham, they're probably not going to get near him again.
No, he'll win the Champion Hurdle.
if he improves again on from his run from the Christmas hurdle, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Well, it's not a case of improve because I don't think he can improve anymore, but he can get fitter.
He can get fit. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I mean. He
yeah,
can get
yeah.
race sharpness. So, like I say, Lossmouth didn't turn up, so then effectively had nothing to beat. Really.
Yeah. So what you're saying is, if Lossiemouth had have turned up, then Constitution Hill would have got more of a workout,
He would have
as
got
it
more
were,
of a
because
race.
Nico knew that. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was nowhere near.
Yeah. So if they
well,
go to
say nowhere
Cheltenham,
near, she would close him. But yeah, I see what
yeah,
you're saying. Yeah.
and if they go to Cheltenham, and she does go for the champion hurdle in A1 condition and turns up, she'll give him more of a race.
Yeah.
And then it comes down to who literally is the best horse on the day.
Absolutely amazing race.
But you'd have to say Constitution Hill is currently the right favourite for the champion hurdle. Because Lossiemouth might even go mares now. Who knows?
Yeah, you don't know, do you? It was a great race. It was amazing. I've got to admit, I thought Lossiemouth. We chose Lossiemouth, but I was cheering him on. You know, it's just.
Oh,
it's, you know,
I loved it. Yeah, once Lossiemouth was out of the
it.
game, I just like, please let him, come flying home, and yeah, I was happy for him. We all want to see it. Mate's a superstar of the hurdle, and we want it. We want to see it. We want to see him back. The last thing you want is that sort of horse to be pulled up, comes
so many
back,
whispers,
finishes last, and you just. No, you want to see. They keep people in racing.
They do.
They attract people to racing.
Yeah, well, every sport has the athletes that
You got to have the
horses are
stars.
athletes.
You've got to have the stars.
Yeah,
mate.
that's what I mean. The stars of and he's certainly the star of the of the hurdling division. So, right, I'm looking over here because I'm looking at my list, and
the next one's the big one, isn't it?
the next one is the big one. So, just before we move on to that, we'd like to know everybody's thoughts on Constitution Hill, and what you thought of the race. How happy were you to see that he's back, and back in flying form as well? I think the most nervous person on that day probably would have been Nicky Henderson, because you can train him and train him and train him and train him and work him out at home as much as you want until the cows come home, but you put them out on the track, you don't know, do you?
No, you don't.
So, lead away.
King George.
Yeah,
King George.
Oh, King George. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
fine, okay.
Yep. That was after the Christmas hurdle, wasn't it? So King George, I actually thought it was a really good race. And again, on the live before Christmas, we both had an opinion who we thought win, and we both said Great Dawning. But unfortunately, what was another one, he was done after the first fence because he
landed oddly shaped.
He just got it all wrong. And it totally ruined him for the rest of the race, to be honest. He couldn't then get into a rhythm. He never got into a stride. It just ruined him for the race.
Skelton had to pull him out wide for a second to get confidence back, and then it just wasn't going anywhere.
No, it was over quite early for him. Shame. But on some of the others, I texted you before the race and said, I still like Great Dawning, but I also thought Banbridge. I said Banbridge if it stayed, was a massive threat, just because it was in good form. It's won at the track, had its ground, and if it could get for it, Paul Tannen, amazing jockey on it. He had everything going for it. We just didn't know whether it stayed 3 miles. It did, and I'll give some respect to Ile Francais, because I gave that horse no chance. So I will do a bit of that.
There wasn't much pace in the race, so you've got to give a chance to a horse like that that's done that before, those tactics, and he beat beat everything else.
Yeah.
Just came second, so Banbridge just wore him down.
It did, yeah, and so it clearly stayed the 3 mile. Although I would say, stayed the 3 mile at Kempton.
Yeah,
I'm not sure whether you'd be thrown it over three and a bit.
I question
Cheltenham.
3 at a stiff track. Yeah, so a flat 3, an easy to get 3 with a pace setter.
Or something like the Ryanair for Banbridge at Cheltenham could be a good shout.
Maybe, yeah.
2.5, 2.5, whatever it is.
So he's entered in the Browns advisory.
Is he? What, Banbridge?
Oh, sorry, no, Ballyburn is. No, sorry, apologies. Ballyburn is entered in the Brown advisory.
No, so Banbridge.
Apologies, that's incorrect. But Banbridge's entries.
Ryanair, is he in the Ryanair? Yeah,
he must
second
be
favourite.
Second favourite Ryanair.
Yeah, so that's the route I'd have gone with him as well. To be honest, I'm not sure it's an out and out.
Joseph O'Brien with his stable of 20 horses, and
that's some winners, hasn't he?
I just couldn't have it. It's really wrong to say, but how's he gone and won the King George with a horse with no proven stamina?
Well, this is what I'm saying. In his own right, he's a
in
good
his stable that
horse.
he's got, a Group 1
Yeah,
like
but
that.
he is a good horse. And he is a good horse in his own right. And like I say, he's won at the track, so tick. He's got his crown, tick. He's got Paul Townend on it, tick.
Yeah.
So it's just whether it stayed that extra half a mile, and if it's going to happen, it's going to be on a track like Kempton.
Yeah.
So fair dues to it, mate.
Yeah.
And
No,
that's why I
absolutely.
said to you before the race, if I'm not on Grey Dawning, I'd have Banbridge.
I always question the form of one that's beat the horse that sets off in front. Perhaps gets a little bit tired, but we've seen Elefronte do it before, so it's not just a case of that.
Yeah.
Look, let's wait and see. If you're unsure, a little bit like what we are, is fair to say. Let's wait and see this horse on a stiff track. So Banbridge, 3 miles, go again on a stiffer track than Kempton, and see how you get on.
Yeah, I won't be I won't be as confident as I would be at somewhere like Kempton.
Well, yeah,
that's why the Ryanair 2.5 mile suit it probably.
Correct. Yeah. So up against like a 3 mile Cheltenham specialist or something, we'll see.
Yeah, you ain't gonna go and beat Galopin Des Champs.
No. Any others in the King George you want to mention?
What else? King George. Spillane's Tower was the favourite.
Spillane's Tower, apparently the race came a year too soon, says the trainer.
Well, you say that, but he split Factor File and Galopin Des Champs in the race before.
Yeah.
And they were confident enough to have him there, and he never really wavered from favouritism too much. So
no, he didn't. No. Not sure about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Are they referring to maybe him needing to be a bigger and stronger horse? Or
yeah, maybe just not as streetwise.
Yeah.
Maybe for a race like that. But then again, like I say, he did split Galopin Des Champs and Factor File. I don't know. Maybe it just wasn't his track. He's got to travel over. Maybe just didn't like it.
Yeah.
There's many factors why it can be, but
yeah, there are, especially when they're coming from. But
it was never involved.
No.
It was never involved, mate.
No.
Long Press third, was he?
Yeah.
Long Press, so not a bad run. It was his first run out for Venetia.
Yeah, these horses with Venetia Williams, they don't need a prep run.
No.
She can get them ready and get them going. What was the ground that day? Was it good to soft?
Good to soft.
Good to soft. So yeah, I mean, he goes on anything.
I think Long Press probably wants a bit softer.
He does. He wants softer ground. He'll go on anything, but ideally wants softer ground, and he'll just gallop.
Yeah,
he'll just gallop on and on. So
I haven't got the full list of the King George here. I should probably get it up really. But
if there was anything that you fancied, if there's anything that you fancied that ran a good race, let us know. Interesting to hear how you thought the race was going to go. I appreciate we're on the 8th of January now, so it's a while forward, but it'd be good to hear. So.
Get people's impressions, what they thought of the Christmas racing, in the new year. And, there was a lot of big guns out over then. What did they think of them? Do you think they ran to what they should have done? Who disappointed? Who do you think next time out is going to be a good thing? Just, tell us.
Tell us, That'd make an interesting read.
Yeah.
Couple of minutes before we move on to the main topic of the video. We're going to talk about Sir Gino, because I think this horse deserves the biggest chunk of our session. Factor File was beaten by Galopin Des Champs.
Yes.
Recently.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I backed Galopin Des Champs.
I backed Factor File.
Did you? We didn't actually talk about the race, did we? That's funny.
So Factor File looked like a machine last time out, and Galopin Des Champs, they were very close at the last, and then because he made all, didn't he, Galopin Des Champs? They were very close at the last, but then. He just went.
He loves it.
Galopin just went. He galloped.
He loves it at that place, and obviously he won it last year as well. And he was, I think William Mullin, he does what he does with his horse most year. He gradually winds him up because his end game's going to be the Gold Cup again. Can he win 3 Gold Cups? Obviously we'll discuss that at a later date before the Cheltenham. I think he can.
Yeah.
But we'll discuss that at some point. And he just. Factor File, it just left him, didn't he, after the last? Yeah,
he went, he put distance between them.
Yeah, but he could stay. I don't know if we may have spoken about this before, someone may have spoken of it because it's in my mind for some reason, but he could almost probably go round a Grand National. Galopin Des Champs. He probably could,
we thought that about Flooring Porter.
Well,
and he could still do it.
Could do, but they won't because, I never say they won't, but whenever you've got a horse like that, your Gold Cups are your ultimate ones for him, aren't you? But anyway, we'll move on to that. We'll come to that at some point.
Right, so take us into... because we've got that to talk about. Yeah, of course. We've got Yeah, we wanted to touch on a few races that were coming up. So let's do a couple of minutes on Gino.
Yes.
This has been your horse for the season, isn't it?
Yep, I've said it on multiple podcasts in the last few months.
Most impressive performance over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think so. I said before the fight in fifth, he was when we had Mark, when we had the guest here, I said he's my horse to follow this year. I think he's going to be an absolute star. And then he ran in the fight in fifth as a sub 4 Constitution Hill. Won easy. A lot of people sort of poo-pooed it, saying he didn't beat anything. But you can't take anything away from what he did at Kempton, because he jumped so well. He was far too quick for Ballyburn. Ballyburn didn't get anywhere near him.
Funny, isn't it? Because Ballyburn took up the running because of the chasing experience, and then Nico thought, actually, first few fences he's taken them really well, because the first fence he wasn't expecting a fence. He was expecting a hurdle, and then after he warmed up,
he saw it. The first fence was funny when Harry jumped the first fence, but after that, as soon as he warmed up, Sir Gino is my blue stocking on the flat.
Yeah,
Sir Gino.
Well, it's your blue stocking over the
Is my jumps blue stocking on the flat. Yeah, he's just I've said for months now that I think he's going to be a star this season, and so far he's proven it, and I hope he continues. He'll go for the Arkle, won't he? Is it the Arkle he's going for?
Yeah, he will. This horse is scarily good.
It's only 5. Just turned 5 as well.
No,
mate.
yeah,
just turned 5.
So this is going to be like a juggernaut version of an Altior, because he's a 2-miler, simple as that, and he'll stay as one.
Yeah,
I'm guessing. So
speed. He's got speed as well.
Yeah. Oh, he's got loads of speed. He won the race at a canter.
He's one of these horses over these 2-mile chases. If you keep him fit and he's in rude health, I don't know when he get beat. It takes some beating to turn him over, mate.
Is this horse going to get beaten in his career?
Well, sure, it probably jumps in it. Can beat himself if he clatters a fence or falls. But...
Yeah, I know, but that's not getting beat, is it? That's making a mistake.
I just think I've liked him since he come out last year, mate, and I'm going to stand by it. That I think he's going to be an absolute star.
Well, yeah, he's considered that, or he's definitely considered that already, isn't he? But
if that gallop's anything to go by against Constitution Hill, you can say Constitution Hill at Newbury, the gallop, maybe we're not for it or whatever. But if that's true, and Constitution Hill pisses up, and then he pisses up, then that's fucking impressive.
He's going to go to Cheltenham. Obviously, we're going to see him there. Was he entered in?
He'll go for the Arkle, won't he?
Yeah, and so he'll be in the Arkle.
I'll have a look.
What can you have a look at what's planned to turn up and face him?
I'm just having a look now. Hang on.
So, what exactly is going to turn up and face this horse and take him on?
He's 8 to 11.
Yeah, and who's second in command?
Madgeborough.
Okay, right.
Good horse.
Yeah, not good enough.
Il Atlantique. I'm going to come on to this horse in a few weeks.
Okay, Il Atlantique. Is that Mullins' horse that won at the weekend?
Yeah. I don't know if you remember on this. Actually, might have been the podcast where you stupidly forgot to press record.
Oh yeah.
Remember at the end of it, I said, "Oh, can I just have a quick word on a horse called Il Atlantique for Willie Mullins?"
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know if you remember a few weeks ago, but I'll come on to that in a different thing anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, it's got, oh mate, load of sud, won't beat it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Good horse.
Yeah, Skelton's horse, but he's not a Ballyburn.
No.
Sorry, not a Sir Gino.
Sir Gino.
Yeah.
So again, those markets will shake up massively. What are we from Cheltenham now? 8 weeks away.
Yeah.
8 weeks away. So they'll shake up. We've got the Dublin Racing Festival, shake a few things up as well. But yeah.
Let us know what you thought of Sir Gino. Was Sir Gino the most impressive Christmas performance in terms of the racing action that happened? Because for me, it's the most impressive race that we saw.
Yeah.
Most impressive win. Let's talk about a couple of races that are happening this weekend.
Can I just finish on one? Are we running out of time?
We're not running out of time. We've got just over 5 minutes.
Right, quickly on one horse, the New Lion for your
mate.
Oh
God, yes.
For your mates.
Oh, I've got it down to talk about that. Yes.
Oh, have you?
Yes, I have.
Do you want to do it later? Or do you want to do it now?
Can we do the New Lion next episode? There's no point doing it this episode. Let's do it on the next one.
All right.
Is that all right?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, thanks. Because we're going to run out of time.
Go on then. Go on.
Fine. Okay. Tune into the next episode. You want to talk about the New Lion, because we do. This weekend we've got a couple of races. We've got the Silviniaco Conti race. We've got the Stayers race at Wetherby. Warwick. Sorry, Warwick. And we've got the Lanzarote hurdle. Let's talk about Lanzarote.
Yeah.
Always a good race.
Just quickly, another horse you forgot actually, but we are moving on, was Brighter Days Ahead. I know you're a favourite of it, but again, we could talk. Impressive, but we'll talk about it again at another time. But
Bollocks.
because Stateman's fucking lost the plot, I think.
Well, yeah,
Anyway.
we'll see.
Yeah, we're running out of time, so let's talk.
Lanzarote hurdle.
yeah.
This is a big race for Nicky Henderson. He likes this race.
It's always a good race, this.
Yeah, and
Most years you get a good race out of this.
there's a hell of a lot of
Oh,
horses.
Monopolise won the 7 o'clock. Happy days.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Well done.
Yeah, it's a shame that can't talk about that jockey.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, that jockey earlier that's let me down for a few hundred quid there, but
Uh,
we'll move on. I'm not bitter.
Take it up with the
I'm not
jockey.
bitter.
right, the Lanzarote hurdle. So at the moment you've got Importoir for the for Henderson, who's
his favourite,
favourite.
innit? Yeah.
It's going to get the field's going to chop up a little bit as he gets
will
closer
do.
to it. So we'd like to hear your thoughts on the Lanzarote. Have you got a horse you're watching? What do you have here?
So I like 2.
Okay.
Well, they're looking at it. Is one of them gone? I say I like 2. Looks like one's been pulled already.
Okay. Maybe say them.
Right, the first one's Beat the Bat.
For Harry Fry.
Which I think's second favourite.
Yeah,
7-1.
Yep.
And the mate, I had an outsider at like 16 to. I think it's been pulled.
Oh, do we have a name?
It was the. Yeah, I do.
Hmm.
It was the Evan Williams horse.
Oh, right. Okay. Interesting.
Bollocks.
This is getting a bit embarrassing.
It is a little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
so-
it's because. What is it?
I'm going to move on, mate. Cause,
Move
we
on.
can't,
You give your bit because suddenly because it was there this morning
There's-
or even last night and it's gone.
There's a couple of horses I like in here. In particular, I like Gypco or Gypcot
Yeah.
for John Joe O'Neill.
Yeah.
Keenan Woods Rise. This horse belonged to Ben Pauling and was then transferred to the John Joe O'Neill stable. It's currently sitting at 8-1. I think it's a fair price. First run after wind surgery. The stewards had to call John Joe O'Neill in to ask why the improvement so much, and he based it around the fact that the horse has come on a lot since the wind surgery. This is his second run since the wind surgery, but he ran a really, really good race last time out. He's going to have the good ground. He's got a really progressive profile, and he ran a better race than what he ever ran when he was in the care of Ben Pauling. So. Second time out after wind surgery, I don't know, but I still think that this is going to run a big race. Won at Newbury really, really well, and was just clear, was absolutely clear. Beat Mr. Hope Street with the Skeltons,
Yeah.
who is a decent horse in his own right. But for me, Gypco will be my first pick, and I think the price is way overpriced. I think the bookies have got it wrong at 8-1.
Yeah.
And then I also like Harry Derham's horse, Ilva de Soie.
Okay.
So got Alex Stevens on board, who's going to be claiming 3. Harry Derham's a really, really shrewd trainer. So
He's having a good season as well.
yeah, really, really good. So I think the ground's obviously going to be soft out there. The horse really gets on with the softer ground. Came 5th last time out at Cheltenham, but was staying on really well. So
Yeah.
coming back to Kempton, just like Gypco has got a good amount of speed. And back on a softer surface as well. It was good last time out at Cheltenham. Back on a softer surface, I think he's going to continue upwards. He's about 14-1 at the moment, and as I said, Alice Stevens claims £3. He's been left on the same mark as Cheltenham last time out. So Ilva de Soie at 14-1, worth keeping an eye on there, people.
Yeah, I can see that.
Worth keeping an eye on.
Yeah, like you say, ran on, outpaced, only beaten 5 lengths.
Yeah, so
2 mile 5. Yeah, if he
this will probably be his last shot of this trip before he tries something a little bit further. So we'll see.
ground may be important there, because that time when he was out last time out, pace was on good ground.
Correct. So he's returned to soft surface
Yeah, if
on
you
the
look at
weekend.
the rest of his form, it was
I
soft,
think it's
heavy
going to
ground.
be. I think it's be good
It's
back
going
on
to be
soft
soft.
ground.
It's going to be soft. Yeah.
Be soggy out there.
Do you know what? Do you know what? I don't know what's happened. Literally within 24 hours, because I had a third horse in this race, and that's gone as well. A horse called Camisas.
Yeah, I know the one. Yeah,
For
okay.
Fergal O'Brien.
Okay.
and that's gone as well. So it looks like
Okay.
there's a few being pulled already.
Have all of your
Um,
selections been pulled from this race?
Camsinas was it? If that's how you say it.
Yeah.
Camsinas was move one.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's gone as well. So I'm down to for now beat the bat.
Beat the bat.
Very likely race for Harry Fry. Ran well last time out on its first run back at Haydock. It looked like he was going to get swallowed up. Stayed on a bit towards the end again. Yeah, I just think with the ground and that run under its belt, could run a good race.
Okay, so beat the bat. We've got a couple of prices in there, people. So let us know what you got. Lanzarote Hurdle. There's obviously there's a couple of horses in there for Nicky Henderson. So does he take it? He's got a good record, or is something else going to take it? Is there going to be a shock? So let us know. The big staying race at Weatherby, mate.
Mm-hmm.
I know you like a race like this. And I think this was the race where you said that you had the winner of this.
The one at Warwick.
Warwick. Sorry, what did I say?
You said Weatherby.
Bloody
yeah,
keep saying
Warwick.
Weatherby. Sorry, yeah.
You got Weatherby. What you got Weatherby on the mind
Bloody.
for? Yeah,
What's going on?
the 3.5 the 3.5 mile. Yeah, the big staying race.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
There's
let
a
me
couple
check.
here.
Let me check it because if the last Lanzarote was anything to go by, would have all been fucking withdrawn. Well, not declared.
Well, I'll start then if you don't mind, shall I? Or do you want to wait? Are you still good?
Oh, do you know what it was? No, I've got this mixed up. So the Lanzarote wasn't the Evan Williams. It's in this race. Sorry.
Okay.
So I've been a donut.
All right, we'll take over then.
Yeah. I've been an absolute donut. So the Lanzarote was beat the bat and Camisas, but that's not running. So
I was going to say Evan Williams had something
no,
in the Lanzarote.
I got that. I got my races the wrong way round.
So what do you have?
So I like 2 in this.
Mm-hmm.
Your mate, Skelton.
Skeltons, yeah. Snipe.
Yeah, 6-1. I do
horse
like that.
yeah.
But I do like this trainer is crafty. He is crafty.
It's Gary Moore, isn't it?
No, it's Evan Williams.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think he it's a horse called Minella Blue Way.
Okay.
It's at 14-1. If you look at its form, you go, not really. But he looks like it's been laid out for this race almost. So it'd be interesting to see what the market does for it.
First try of the trip.
Yeah, at the big staying trip, it's run over 3 mile.
Yeah.
2.5 in heavy, 3 mile. Ran at Windsor last time out. Finished second, but was staying on. Isabel Williams on it. I don't think the jockey's declared on it. She's on it now.
She'll be on it.
Not been
Adam
declared.
Wedge.
Yeah, not been declared for that. 2 mile 5 before. Probably not far enough. Adam Wedge was on it that time. And where was the one? Ran over 3 mile at Fosslass in soft ground, which takes some getting.
Oh yeah.
And it stayed on and went second at the post. So you can see a pattern forming with this sort of horse. That was Isabel Williams.
So he's been getting this horse fit for this race, probably.
I think 3.5 mile in the soft off of effectively 9.5 stone.
Okay. She's still claiming, isn't she? Yeah.
Yeah, I dare say so. 9 stone 7. She claims 3 normally.
Mm-hmm.
So if it goes and he's got it there in good form at 14-1.
Yeah.
I think it's good each way bet.
I like it.
I don't know if you've got any more on your 2.
It depends on weather, mate. Do you know, it really does. It depends on the weather. But I think there's definitely value in Snipe for the Skeltons. Not just because I'm a lover of the Skeltons, but this horse looks like a real stayer. And when I say a real stayer, I think it's probably it's the first crack at a trip like this. It's done 3 mile 4.
Yeah.
But if it's going to be boggy and heavy out there, then I won't be coming away from Mr. Van Gogh again.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
It was given a hard race last time out, but yeah, Nico's already booked, and I know they were pleased to get him on there last time.
Yeah.
Mr. Van Gogh, it can't get heavy enough for him, and if it's boggy out there.
Yeah, that's the only thing that would go against that Snipe from Skelton.
Yeah.
If it ends up really heavy, I may change my mind on that because would it really want 3.5 mile in really heavy?
No, that's what Mr. Van Gogh wants.
But I get Mr. Van Gogh because he wanted Sandown, wasn't it? Because I think you backed him that day, didn't you? Have any money or accumulators, if I remember it?
Yeah.
And then it was supposed to run in the Welsh National.
Yeah, it just wasn't deep enough ground.
It would have been soft enough, wouldn't it?
No, he needs it boggy, really boggy.
So he's rerouted here. Yeah, of course I see it. Be interesting. But Let's see what everyone else thinks.
Let us know, please. The Unibet Classic Handicap Chase, the big stay-in race.
In the comments. Let's have your horses.
Yeah, do. We're gonna have to bring this episode to a close now. Yeah. I'm sorry we seem like we've rushed through, but there was a lot to go through there. And tell us what you Tell us what you thought about the Christmas racing. What was the best performance? Let us know if you've got any picks coming up for the weekend's racing. And as I said, we've still got stuff left to talk about, so we'll push it over to the next episode that we're going to sit here and do anyway. So tune into that, and glad to be back.
Cool.